256. Hey, welcome to number 256 of this train wreck we call the photo share and discussion. What is this, December 9th, I guess? Yeah, I just decided to have the show tonight. Well, I kind of figured we would, but I forgot to post anything, so I apologize for not pre-posting. Speaking of posting, before we get going here, I'm going to go ahead and copy the link to the show, put it in the chat on the YouTube thing. So hang on a second, since somebody said they wanted to view that. So I will go ahead and post that there. YouTube thing. And that way we can, anybody wants to join in, do that as well. I apologize for not doing that. Anybody wants to pop in, we can do it this way as well. And I will monitor the chat once I move YouTube over to where it needs to go. There we go. And where am I at now? All right. Boy, it's crazy. All right, there we go. All right, I'm back. So number 256, December 9th here. 2 weeks and a couple of days until Christmas. I'm sure there's going to be some last minute sales, but I'd be interested if anybody's talking about it or doing anything to message or let me know if you've come across any deals that are spectacular for photography equipment. I've got a couple of things on my wish list for Santa to bring me. I don't know if it'll happen or not. I'm kind of splitting things between photography and music. Since I got back into a little bit more serious about being the audiophile thing, so I'm trying to upgrade some things in my system. I think I've got pretty much everything I need photographically, though. But you know, I got I get some more paper for some printing. I'm trying to get back in the studio here right after the first of the year and do some more printing, practice that. I've got a couple of, I think I'm okay lens-wise for the large format camera, so we'll see there. I've had my eye on these new mirrorless cameras, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with those for probably at least another year or so. I just don't think the budget is there for it, but I do have my my eye on that. Although I think one of the things I want to talk about is maybe a way to earn a little extra money doing photography. And if Dennis is out there, I think this might be a perfect fit for Dennis. So he can help pay for some of all that remodeling he's been doing, and maybe a little extra money to buy a new lens for his camera. So I've got the perfect maybe a side hustle for somebody to do, which is actually kind of interesting. So I'll talk about that as well. And we got some images posted to the group, so we'll kind of jump in and take a look at those as well. But let me start off. I'm going to go over here and take a look. I know we're 2 weeks, I guess, entering in the third week, I guess, of shopping, holiday shopping officially, I guess, after Thanksgiving. And it seems like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that stuff, it's all running together. Whereas stores are starting their sales the week before Thanksgiving, like Amazon has what they call it Prime Month, where they do pretty much the whole month of November leading up to Black Friday. And then Black Friday so they have some extra deals there. And then Cyber Monday comes and some more deals, but there are a lot of the deals that were the same for Black Friday. And it just seems like you're just, deals coming up all the time, where in the past it seemed like it was a little more confined to Black Friday and then maybe Cyber Monday, and then it kind of went away for a couple weeks, and then a push, the week or so prior to get those last minute deals. But it seems like things are just kind of going constantly all the way through, from before Thanksgiving through Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas. And there might be some better deals in there. It seems like most of them are pretty consistent. They just switch the items around a little bit, so it's great for shoppers. I mean, the competition is definitely there. Everybody wants our money, so we need to decide where to spend that money as best we can, given our own budget constraints and the things that are important to us and that type of thing. So just kind of interesting. I pulled up on that line in Amazon, which is kind of interesting, and they're doing sales on cameras here. So I'll go and share the screen just so you guys can see. They're doing, I think it's like 20% off digital cameras, which is SLRs. So we got what is this? The Rebel T6, which is a good basic entry level, very good camera. Really, at the end, all said and done, I mean, it's still a fine digital camera. 18 megapixels, plenty. It does 1080p. It's a crop sensor, but it's with this one here is $399 for the Rebel T6 with the 18 to 55 and 75 to 300 lens. So there you can go. You can get into the world of Canon for $400. And with free one-day shipping, so I could click it right now, buy it, and it'll show up for me tomorrow, which is just absolutely fantastic. So if I go over and take a look at Canon and see what they got here. All right, so in world of Canon, you can get the T6 for $400, and that's pretty much the starter kit. You get the camera body and the two lenses, which is that's pretty good. That's I think that's pretty respectable as far as a price. Let me go ahead and move that down. Then we go to the 6D Mark II, and we're bumping up a little bit. Just the body itself is $1,300. I think that's a pretty. So save. What does it save? Yeah, it's saving an additional 5% with a coupon. The 6D was that a couple years old. So that's not too bad. And then we get, the electronics gift guide. So this is Amazon's what they consider to be the one maybe you should get is the 80D, which I think Wes has, right? I think Wes has the 80D. And this is the kind of the starter kit with the 18 to 135 and 24.2 megapixel. Yeah, $12.99 total. I saw this at Costco. I think it was Costco for pretty much the same price. They might have added an extra lens. Here's a creator kit. If you're looking to get into some videos, it's the 80D with the 18 to 135 and a mic, external mic. That's not bad. An extra $100. You could do that. Not too bad at all. Here's the 5D Mark IV. It's a full frame camera, 30 megapixels now, $3,600. I think this is a new one. This is their latest iteration of the 5D. I think when I got back into photography in 2012, 11 or 12, it was the Mark II. That was the latest and greatest. But there we go. So here's the 80D with just, it looks like the body and maybe one 18 to 55 lens, so $1,000. There's a 6D with the lens. So yep, there's a Rebel T7i. I don't know where that fits in the line or if it's even made anymore. It looks like it's still a current model. $950. So that's not too bad. I mean, you can get into, if you want to have a budding photographer or somebody who's interested in it, you get them the what is it, the Rebel T6 with two lenses for $400. Add another $50 or something, get a couple cards and maybe an extra battery. You can get under $500, which is that's a little bit of money, but it's not crazy. You can get a perfectly capable, very very nice digital SLR with a couple of lenses and some extra cards and batteries, and are good. In the world of there we go, moving stuff around here. In the world of Nikon or Nikon, I guess. Let me move that there. All right, and put this back up. Let's go in and take a look at that, because that's the classic battle: Canon or Nikon. And now I guess Sony needs to be added in to that as well. We really can't ignore that. But if we go back to, and we'll go and take a look real quick. Get rid of Canon here. All right, we'll go back to Nikon, and it looks like their deal that they're promoting is the D3400 for $496. That's not too bad. Crop sensor camera. The D7050, which is, I think that's equivalent to maybe like the 80D or something like that. Yeah, 24 megapixels, $1,800. Some decent prices. It looks like I'm not as familiar with Nikon as I am with Canon, just because I had Canon for a while, so I kind of stayed up with that. But there we go, get the screen back. But they don't seem quite as aggressive on the pricing. But yeah, you can still get a nice camera for $500. 3,400, which I see in the local Costco quite a bit in there. So we got that. Let's take a look at Sony. This is Dennis's territory here. He has got the A3, so that's all I call it, DSLR. Guess they really don't do that. They're going to do mirrorless. There we go. All right, so you get down to the A6000, which is it's mirrorless, but it's not the it's not full frame. But it's been a very popular camera for a number of years. Good quality. Simi had one of these for a while and took good pictures, but a lot of small buttons and everything. But yeah, for a compact camera, yeah, $500. Here's the okay. Here's one with an extra lens for $650. Here we go. Here's the A7R. That's the R2. I think that's the one that has what, 12 megapixels, I think. Here's the A7 II body only. Okay. For $898. I guess that's, so yeah, Sony's tends to be a little more expensive, but there's a 6300. So yeah, you can get into there's the 7S. I think this is the super one. Able to see pretty much in pitch black. I think it's got the ISO of 230,000 or something like that. Lens capability. So there it is. Different combinations of that, 2100 with different lenses. So that cameras are expensive. Hey Dennis, how's it going?
I'm fine, Mark, and you?
Excellent. Let me go and stop my blabbering here. I was just looking. There's some specials on Amazon on cameras. You thinking of getting a new one here?
Not at the moment.
No, come on.
Yeah, I don't know if there's that much difference. I've got the A7 Mark II.
Yeah.
So, the A7 Mark III is a lot more money.
Is it what 30? Is it like $3,000 thereabouts or something now?
Yeah, it's quite expensive, and I expect it's got a few more bells and whistles. But
yeah, I'm looking. They've got the A7 II for $898. Looks like body only, so $900.
Yeah, they must have come down since the version 3 came out.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, because over here they were just over £1,000.
Okay.
But of course, here in Treasure Island, they stick a lot of tax on.
Well, they're calling it the A9. Would that be the same as the 3?
No, the A9 is really expensive.
Yeah, that's $3,500.
Yeah, that's the bee's knees, that one.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think anybody's got any camera what I match that at the moment.
Yeah, that's 4K full frame. So the A7 III is probably going to be in that $2,400 range, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically, I wanted a full frame camera for as cheap as possible because I'm not too interested in all the fancy stuff it does. Just I wanted a full frame digital sensor so I could put my lenses on for my full frame film cameras. Yeah.
Well, that's if they could do. Although I wonder if that would be a successful niche. Would be just to get the 24 megapixel full frame mirrorless camera, just a sensor with some basic shooting modes. You got your maybe you have your full auto and aperture and shutter priority in a manual.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I've always had a problem with these digital cameras that do the focusing for you and they do everything for you. They set up your apertures and who's actually taking the picture? I mean, your job's to carry it around and point it at the things.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I bet if they did that, I don't think I could get rid of everything and just give you just the digital sensor with full manual, just a manual control. I think they would have to add on a couple things, but I wonder
wasn't there some company on the internet? I think it was called Conus. They were developing a digital full frame rangefinder, which didn't have anything, didn't have video, but they've been promising it for a couple of years. I think it's a pipe dream. Whether it'll ever get built, was
it a Kickstarter or Indiegogo type thing? Maybe.
Yeah, they got a website, Mark. If you look at it, it looks pucker, but I don't think it's ever gone into manufacture.
Yeah. One of those.
The last few years, they've always been promising this will be on the market by the end of the year.
Yeah.
What year though?
Yeah. End of what year? By the end of the year, yeah. But is it 2018 or 2028?
Yeah. So I mean, that's all you really need. If you want to replace your film. Your film with a digital sensor, all you need is in the right place without the thick filter stacks changing all your lens. Yeah, if someone could do that, then I mean you can use all your Leica film camera lenses straight on a digital sensor.
Yep, you can put a good quality digital sensor on there. A few, like I said, maybe you either got auto, manual, aperture, shutter. I mean, that's it. No video.
Yeah, you don't need all that stuff. Yeah.
And then there you go. Joe would buy it, I'm sure.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
How you doing, Joe?
Just say the word. Yeah. I'm buying it.
We're talking about sale price, sales for cameras and whatever kinds are coming up on Christmas. And Dennis and I were talking about just doing a basic digital camera. So basically just a digital sensor with a couple of modes, like aperture priority, shutter priority, manual, and maybe one full auto, and that's it. So just take like a bare bones, high quality digital camera without all the extra bells and whistles.
Yeah.
And then just, what would that sell for? And would people actually buy that?
Well, hell, you basically just described the Canon 6D. I mean, it was a bare bones full frame camera. There was no frills to it. Then they came out with the 6D Mark II.
Yeah.
Which had some of the bells and whistles that people want, because they were like, hey, this is a little too bit. If you could add some stuff in there, some of the goodies.
But yeah,
it was. I mean, to the point where it was to a fault because. You didn't have the fast shutter speed, you didn't have, but it was a great, just if you wanted, that's what Patrick was shooting with for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was. Yeah. It was just a full frame, put some good glass on it.
Yeah.
And for someone who knew how to drive a camera, you could do it. Yeah.
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 It was perfect for that. And it got you into full frame. So
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, it was a bare bones full frame
Yeah.
digital SLR. You know, hell, even my 40D had more features than that did.
Yeah.
You know.
So that one, so we got the 6D. I guess that's still the, and they're not calling it the Mark II. Oh, there's the Mark II for 1200, but the 6D by itself, 20 megapixels, is $900.
Yeah.
You know, their SLR. Yeah.
Which is still, it's still getting a pretty, because it's in the basic chassis, if you will, was damn. But even right now, 20 megapixels full frame. That's
I mean, that's really all you need at the
yeah.
Well, you took great images with what was it? 12? The 40D was 10.
Oh no, it was 10.
Yeah, 10.2 or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you used that for years and took professional level shots with a 10 megapixel camera. So that just proves, that you just you don't need that much. Really,
size of a wall. You don't need all these megapixels. You don't need a 36 megapixel sensor if you're only going to knock out 10 by 8s.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If you're, but I will say it's, you can get the job done, but it is definitely.
Yeah. No. The thing that the extra megapixels give you is wiggle room as far as editing. You do have a lot of room for cropping and that without and giving up a lot without ruining the image. You've got a lot of extra space. Yeah.
And don't forget, Mark, with your 35 millimeter, it's got its limits because you go out with your large format camera.
Mm-hmm.
You got depth of field to play with.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And, it does things that no other camera can do with the swing and the tilt. And
that's why I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a 4x. Well, they have it. It's $100,000, right?
Yeah. No, they've got it.
4x5 digital camera. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so
just
I just need to start managing money for Jeff Bezos, and then I can buy it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Joe could do with one of these large format cameras for his models.
Yeah.
They're going to come out absolutely superb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could basically Photoshop them right there in camera.
Yeah.
You could tilt this and pan that, and you know what I'm saying, and you're good to go.
You're able to adjust it fast enough. Yeah, you can do all the perspective correction and all that stuff.
Yeah, you can shrink hips and enlarge breasts and do all those things right in camera.
Yeah, you can make one breast look bigger than the other by tilt.
Yeah, you can correct anything that's tilt. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, tilt. Yeah. You're like, wait a minute, just tilt a little bit to the right. I need to make the left one a little bigger. Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. You say to the model, you just sit perfectly still. I'll just move the camera.
I'll give you double D's right here. Just watch.
Watch this one. Watch this trick. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. If you want to blur the background out on your models, a large format camera is the thing to do it.
We do it. Yeah. That's for sure. But so prices are still pretty good. I mean, there's still a lot of. It seems like a lot of Black Friday type pricing is still carrying through here. I mean, it's continual now. That's what I was saying at the beginning. It's just like a constant. They start the week before Thanksgiving. Amazon starts November 1st pretty much, and they just go all the way through. It's like a 60-day.
I got to tell you, man, I was tempted to. There's who's that Chinese maker? The YIE. Is it Yi?
Oh, they do the light. They do the strobes and stuff.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do a lot of wireless strobes and now they have some decent lenses, not the greatest, but decent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they came out with a mirrorless camera, and it comes in a kit, man. And I mean, it's like $300 some. I mean, it is small, and it has you can get a 2 attachable lens kit for that bad boy, and I mean, I think it's I want to say $350, and I mean that's a hell of a price on all. It does 4K, it does all these things, man.
On
Amazon.
How's it spelled? Is it like YUE?
YI. I was looking at it. I could probably find it in my Amazon.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
But man, I tell you, I was tempted to, if I wasn't so kind of, because it was right at that price point that okay, $350 for this camera that I'm probably only going to use for trips and stuff like that, which is still important. But I would much rather for $350, maybe I put the same $350 towards a DAC or a streamer or something that
it's that amount of money where you think about it. Like, yeah, it's not an automatic purchase, but it's not something you're like, oh man, I need to wait 6 months or something,
Exactly.
It's one of those things like in 30 day, for me, that'd be like a 30 to 60 day, like, oh, I wonder, could I do that? Yeah.
Because it's right at that, like, okay, it's, I could get a center channel speaker, I could get a DAC, I could get a streamer, I could get, there's a lot of, I could get a new integrated amp. I mean, it's that price point. It's, so it'd be a basic, what is it? Like a point and shoot pretty much? Well,
or is it a,
no, I mean, you're still, you're still having to do some things with it. I'm trying to go through my history here.
Okay. So it'd be like one of the,
my history's kind
of
long.
G5s and that type of thing, where it's got some automation, but you have the ability to do a lot too.
Yeah, it should.
That wouldn't surprise me.
You have that, and then also camera-wise, you have that new Osmo Pocket handheld camera. But a little pricey, but I mean, for as small as this device is, and as high a resolution as it records in, it's incredible. For a 3-axis gimbal, it's incredible. I mean, it does 4K, and this thing is tiny.
Huh.
It's the Osmo Pocket handheld.
Oh, okay. Fully stabilized 4K 12 megapixel camera. $360.
Yeah.
Huh. DJI Osmo Pocket handheld.
Yeah.
It looks like a.
It is tiny.
Yeah. Huh.
And it literally, from the reviews I've seen, I've been going this way because
so you can attach your phone to it and use it.
Right. It has attachments for your phone, or you could just flat use it separate, so you can attach your phone to it, use your phone as a bigger screen, because the screen that's built in it is super tiny.
Okay.
And you could also record right to your phone if you attach it, if you tether it.
$349. I got it here. Let's just share the screen. If this is probably what you're talking about.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
An incredible.
So what do you think, Dennis? I think this is going to replace the large format.
Yeah, I think it's a piece of junk, and when it comes to depth of field,
no, it's just basically it's a better quality. It's probably the same chip that's in the camera it's in the phone for the camera, just taken out and hyped up a little bit, probably. Yeah.
Joe, how many megapixels is an iPhone?
Oh, how many megapixels is it now? 12? Yeah, 12. Yeah, how many is it? Let me see.
I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I think they even bested my phone. I think the new iPhones even have better.
Huh.
I think, or they might.
Oh, it has a 1 to 2.3 inch sensor, so that's kind of the same size sensor that's in the like the Canon PowerShot cameras. So it's a little bigger than a point and shoot. Huh.
Okay, let's see here.
4K video. Oh, that's
12.
Sweet.
Yeah, 12 megapixel.
Okay, 12 megapixel in an iPhone.
In an iPhone, yeah.
Because iPhone's got no depth of field because of the science.
Yeah. So and that's what that second
Second
lens is doing. It's giving it that. Yeah, they're kind of tricking it in there, but
Yeah. Well, they're taking half a dozen pictures and stitching them all together to simulate depth of field.
right. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And then you've got a 7 megapixel front camera. So the Face ID camera is actually
7. Yeah.
It's actually, just as good, because you have an 8 megapixel camera in the iPhone 6.
Mm-hmm.
And so the front camera, nowadays is almost equivalent to the
I remember the first digital camera I had was 3.2 megapixel. That was it was an Olympus point and shoot back in like 2001. It was a 3.2 megapixel camera.
Yeah, how big is the sensor itself? Physical size inside.
Oh,
probably about this. I would think it maybe the size of that. Of your. I'm not flipping you off. It's your your fingernail. It's tiny. I mean, it's probably the size of a quarter inch by a third of an inch by a third of an inch. I don't know.
So Joe's right. It's just trickery.
Oh yeah, it's like audio. It's like digital signal processing for audio.
Yeah. It's trickery, but at the same time, I mean, I take trips. Mark's seen me. I don't take a camera anymore.
No, you get for snapshots and travel photography. Yeah,
I mean,
phone.
it's just, and that's why I've been looking at these 3-axis gimbals, because I'm like, you know what? I just want convenience. Give me convenience right now. So if I could carry around a little 3-axis gimbal, attach my phone to it, or I'd seen that DJI, that new one where you literally, the reviewers show themselves pulling it out of their pocket. It's so small. I mean, and thin and small too, like skinny and small. So it's not like even as cumbersome as your phone in your pocket. I mean, this thing is. Yeah, I'll put the link in there for you, Mark, for the for that Yi M1 4K 20 megapixel mirrorless digital is its name, by Yi. But that's hopefully the link for you there.
Oh yeah, I see it. Let's see what we got. Redirecting. I'm probably going to get attacked by the Chinese government or something here. Let's see.
I'm showing $300 now for just the camera.
$299.99.
Yeah. Interchange. So you got a 12 by 14, 3.5 to 5.6, and a 42.5 f1.8.
So it's a mirrorless camera.
I mean, look at the features on it. I mean, $300, and it comes in different colors.
Dennis needs one of these, I think.
Yeah.
Dennis needs one of these for this new job I've got for Dennis. It's a perfect opportunity, Dennis.
That looks familiar, Mark. If you look up that Konos camera, which is Konost, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, they're actually using the Sony sensor. They're using the Sony IMX 269 image sensor.
Pre-ordering, okay.
So I mean, this thing, it has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. I mean, this thing kicks ass, man. 4K and it doesn't do 60 frames. You're going to get 30 frames.
30 frames, 4K.
1 year 4K, but still, man. I mean, for $300.
So they're buying sensors from Sony and then building stuff around it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got a Micro Four Thirds lens mount there, Mark.
Yeah.
I mean, there
it is. Let's see what we got here. Mirrorless.
Look at the cameras it compares with there. They're comparing it with the Panasonic Lumix GX85.
It looks a lot like those Lumix cameras.
Yeah, the Sony Alpha A6000. I mean, they're comparing it with cameras that are a couple $100 more.
And it's got probably the same basic sensor.
Yeah. I mean,
how many megapixels does it say? 12 megapixels.
20
megapixel.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
It's very interesting. Yeah. And you can get it in white or black.
Okay. Well, I think Joe needs to buy a review copy, and then
I know,
I'll
right?
send you a check with a bunch of zeros on it for your trouble, Joe.
Exactly.
Mark,
Look at
this-
that. For
this one's-
$249, you could get the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Touch
this-
screen.
So there we go. So there we got that. And then the Konos coming late 2017. Well, they're
Yeah.
behind it.
so it must be on the market. Yeah.
Yeah, they missed an opportunity right there.
Investors. Okay, let's see
Yeah.
how much you can invest in Konos.
Yeah, well, they keep saying it's going to come out.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
I think they're done. I don't.
Yeah, and it's a rangefinder as well.
Yeah. It was a great idea, but
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I'm
It
saying,
You think that looks like that Chinese one?
yeah,
does.
it's the same, probably similar body size. Yeah, that's interesting. Yep, look at that. Look at that, and look at
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
It's so close from
So
any sort of.
Konos is now Yi.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like it.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, it's 35mm full frame.
Simple
Yeah.
experience. It's designed for purists. Okay, rangefinder. That's a great idea.
All that language meant expensive.
Yeah.
You know? That's what all that language
Do they say anywhere how much they sell this for?
I got no idea. But
never came out.
20 to 24 megapixels. It doesn't say. Yeah.
Yeah. It never hit the market. There's no way to tell.
Put up a web page and started collecting money and never did anything with it.
it looks like,
Now, this one, on the other hand, was probably reverse engineered in China. They bought a bunch of cameras, bought a bunch of Sony chips, and then bought some Lumix and Sony like A6000s and reverse engineered it.
yeah.
And put it together.
And this one you can have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
One day Prime free.
Yeah,
Boom.
free one day. Should I do
Have
it?
tomorrow.
It arrives before Christmas.
Order it in the next 5 hours. Have it tomorrow.
How long can I have to return it? I wonder.
I think seriously. I think they give you 30 days
Yeah.
or at least 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm almost tempted.
I've been returning a lot of stuff to Amazon. Well, you saw me. I literally didn't even open the box to that subwoofer, and I
Mhm.
returned it.
Yeah.
I think I had it.
Is that price camera only, Joe?
Yeah. No, wait. No, this one comes with 2 lenses,
It comes with a 40 millimeter and a 42.5.
so you get a
fast
prime.
lens, It's got a.
It's got a zoom and a
40
prime.
Zoom and a 42.
Yeah.
So it's a mirrorless and it's a size. So it's going to be the same size. I wonder. It doesn't say what size the sensor. Micro Four Thirds. Okay. So it's basically a 90 millimeter
Yeah.
and a 24 to 80 and then a 85 millimeter fast lens.
So they're giving you. I mean, you're going to be able to do some serious low light stuff with that 1.8.
Yeah.
And
it'll be okay.
I mean, that's a decent kit.
You want to? Yeah. For $300.
For $300, I mean, you're going to be able to shoot 4K. You know, man, that just seems like one hell of a deal.
Yeah.
And you could even get cheaper than that if you're willing to go. If you're willing to go black, there, baby, you could save $50.
Yeah. I would rather go black.
I mean,
Once
Yeah,
they say
the-
once you go black, you never go back.
that's it. You know, and for $250,
$250
how do you?
yeah, I
how do
don't
you
care
beat
about the
this
color.
camera?
That's not
How
worth
do you-
$50 to me. A
How
color
do you beat that color? How do you beat that camera?
yeah.
That is.
You know, Joe, that is cheaper than the lens mount I bought. I like 'em.
Yep.
I am very interested in. Did anybody post? Yeah, they have been. Look at some of the images on there, Mark. See what their images look like that they've posted.
Down for the reviews.
Yeah, these don't look too shabby. I mean,
It says ultimate. Well, there it says ultimate image quality. See, Dennis?
yeah,
You don't need large format anymore because
Yeah.
this has ultimate image
ultimate.
quality.
You're-
Ultimate, yeah.
In the description of your camera, Dennis, nowhere does it say ultimate camera.
No, this is true. Even on that Leica 90mm lens I got, which is really expensive, it doesn't say ultimate.
Yeah. So come on,
Okay, so here's a close up. This is with the 12 to 40. that's nice. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, it's what do you want? $300?
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of that's a nice image. I like that. Yeah. No, I mean, no, for a basic, I mean, this is going to be much better than, even though the cameras on the phones are pretty good in comparison, this is going to be much better than that. It's going to give you some control, so you could actually learn about photography,
Right,
by doing it.
This,
It's if you want to get like a little kid into photography and not feel bad about it, you could get them this and, teach them how to do manual settings and that type of thing.
Is this manual focus, Joe, or are they automatic?
yeah, that I have not read any reviews or anything on it.
But look how cheap you can produce a camera when you steal the design off a Konus.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you got to do is wait for them to go out of business, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're ever going to go in business, so it's not a problem.
Some of these, I'm looking at some of the other images here, though.
Looks like it has a manual.
Some of them, in the low light, like some of these people took pictures of their cat and stuff indoors. But in any case, I mean, the shadows still have some detail. They're not, there's still a lot of detail in this, in some of these images.
There you go, Dennis. You like that? Look at that.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. See, it's some bokeh in the back.
Yeah, nice bokeh. I wonder what kind of mount it has. Like what?
It's the regular industry micro 4/3 mount. Is.
Oh, okay, so that's a standard
for Olympus, Pentax.
So you could put. Well, there you go, and then look at if you go farther into the images, there's a picture of the apparently the kit that it comes in or something.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like it's super small, man. I mean, that is.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I would see this as if it's, you could try your other your 4/3 lenses on it, and minimalist, innovative, and versatile.
Yeah.
Well, how many pictures do you get per charge?
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what the battery is. Yeah,
like 4 or 5.
You probably use a standard, you buy one of the generic battery types. Yeah, it's got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which all cameras do now anymore, it seems like. See, you can $299 or $600. What would you rather have? I'd rather $299.
Yeah, or $250.
Yeah,
That Leica there is $2,147, and it doesn't come with a lens.
Yeah,
and it's in the same category, right? Yeah.
times the price. I mean,
that is insane, man.
APS-C. So see, same image size. APS. Oh, they say image. That's interesting. You see that they say it uses micro 4/3, but they're showing APS-C.
Yeah,
that's true.
A size as the A6000. So it's probably the same sensor as they use in the A6000.
Yeah, which is right there.
Yeah.
For $500. Yeah. Literally for half the money you could get the black version with
Yeah, it's literally the same sensor. So, but the lens is going to make a difference too, but it's probably,
it's probably right on par.
Yeah.
Now in their video capture resolution, it says 1080p.
Yeah.
So
they're saying 4K. So
they're saying 4K, but you know what? For a lot of us, 1080p is really good.
Oh, it's for basic YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
1080p is perfectly fine.
I'm disappointed it hasn't got an electronic viewfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it does have image stabilization. That's the other thing. That's a big difference there. I mean, that's a chunk of money to put because if it uses the same image stabilization as they do in
look at that, Mark.
The multi-axis image stabilization.
Look at this, man. Look how far we've come with memory cards, for Christ's sake. 100. The camera that the memory card that they're showing, the customers also bought with this item, 128 gigabytes, man.
Yep. For $20.
$20.
Yep.
Look how far we have come, man. That is
I remember buying memory for my first PC, and it was $100 a megabyte.
Yeah,
I got 2 megabyte for $200, basically.
Yeah, because I can remember when the first PC, came out that had a gig, and you were like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, yep.
That is just how are you ever going to fill that up?
Yeah,
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's an infinite amount of space.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you ever have a Commodore 64?
I do remember that. Yeah, and the 128.
I had the Atari 800 as a kid.
Yeah, the Commodore 64 was impressive because when you load up the operating system, that was 32 gone straight away.
Mm-hmm. Half the memory used up. Yeah,
the
whole memory system for 32.
Well, that's why they came out with the 128. They came out with that Commodore.
Yep, they doubled it. Yeah.
The 128. Yeah, for that reason.
What was the first one you could buy? Was it like the Sinclair 5000 or something?
Yeah.
Remember that? Yep.
Yeah, terrific. How long would that take to process a large format scan?
I
think the Commodore 64 would burst into flames.
Right?
And just explode.
Oof. Yeah, just poof. Yeah, just.
No, it is. We are genuinely spoiled compared to what, although kids growing up now don't know any different. But for us old guys, especially Dennis.
Especially Dennis.
I mean, just think about it. We went from
Army was in when I was born.
Yeah, we went from dial phones and all that to this. I mean, it's incredible, really. When you think about it.
It very much is, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't looked up reviews on this camera. Oh, there's Kai, or how do you say his name? Kai?
Oh, yeah. The guy in Taiwan, right? Yeah.
Is he in Taiwan or San Francisco or something? Well, he kind of bounces around.
Yeah, he's got enough. He's generating enough revenue. He can go wherever he wants.
Yeah, he is kind of bouncing around.
Wasn't he on with the other guy who used to do all
Kai and Loke or whatever, and they doing their own thing, but they do collab. Yeah. They do collab stuff too. So
something happened there with who were they with? Who was that big tech review company they were with? And
they packed it in, didn't they? Both of them.
Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty well on their own.
Yeah. Kai has a larger base, but the other guy still does okay, I think.
Yeah. Loke or something, right?
Yeah. I remember Kai when he was in Hong Kong. Someone spoke to him in Chinese, and he goes, "Do I look Chinese?" He goes, "I'm English."
His sense of humor is what does it.
Yeah, he's got a British sense of humor. Yeah,
yes, definitely. Yeah.
No, he's doing pretty good. He's probably making. Speaking of, did you guys? This is not photography related at all, but they posted the top YouTube star moneymakers.
Right.
And there's that kid that does toy reviews. $22 million. He's a 7-year-old kid. He made $22 million off YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what, Mark? I've been following artists and all that sort of thing. Well, last night, I really do, even though I don't understand it, I just love certain Latin female vocalists. I just think they have a particular passion that it's just unmatched, right? Like a lot of other English singing female vocalists sing very well. Don't get me wrong, but man, there's just an abundance of female Latin vocalists that really put it out there. And this lady, I ran across her videos. Dear God, she's got like videos that have 650 million views. I thought that was like an error, but some of her videos that have the least amount of views have 6.5 million.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. If you want to be impressed, we've got Susan Boyle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. She was the one that did the England, UK, whatever that first one was.
Was it Britain's Got Talent? One of those.
Yeah.
This lady though she's a Mexican singer and she's got multiple videos that are over 500 million views.
Yeah.
multiple videos that are over 500 million. A lot of them are well over 200 million views.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
And I'm like, you're more popular than Jay-Z and Beyonce, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Jesus. Jesus doesn't get that many views.
Jesus himself doesn't get that many views. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget, Mark, it's just a matter of time before you get your $20 million. Because once this show hits the air.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah.
Well,
just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Time is infinite, Dennis. So just a matter of time.
Just a matter, exactly.
Now, speaking of time, I think Dennis has a little extra time since he is retired, although he's using up some of that time remodeling. But I did find, I think Dennis should apply for this job right here, because I think this would be a way for you to get out and about a little bit and maybe buy a couple lenses. There you go. Rich families looking to hire a travel photographer for $100,000 per year, and they're in the UK.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
Travel the world and take photos, and $100K a year. That's not bad.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like some scam, does it?
No.
Yeah. No, man, you can trust anything on the internet.
Of course you can.
You know?
No, actually, it's probably legit. It is probably legit. It's probably a family that does a lot of traveling, and so 100,000 to them is like, 1,000 to us. It's just be like hiring somebody to shoot your wedding, except you're just going to have you shoot the wedding for the whole year. Somebody will get it. But yeah, I just saw UK and I'm like, Dennis, you get out there instead of this lady here, you could just be Dennis with his large format camera and lining up. You could hire him for a whole year and you could end up with like 50 frames.
Yeah.
You got 50 images. Each image was $2,000.
Yeah, but don't forget, it's not a digital camera that can match a large format.
Yep. That's interesting. According to the email, the family recently lost a semi-permanent photographer that had been shooting for them. Thus, they're now looking for a new photographer to follow around and document their lives.
When they say they lost him, is that carelessness or
we lost him. We were in Antarctica and we left. And
like, okay, wait a minute. What do you mean? Like you lost your puppy? Like what does that mean?
Here it is. Be able to travel for up to 3 months at a time, work up to 10 hours a day, and will receive full sick pay and 30 days of holiday during the year.
How much sick pay? I mean, like 1 day?
Well, 30 days of holiday, full sick pay, and then 30 days of holiday. So what's full sick pay in the UK, Dennis? Is that like weeks?
Yeah, what is full sick pay?
Well, no, I mean, years ago when I worked for a local authority, you could be sick for about 12 months on full pay.
Okay, see, there you go.
Yeah, and then it dropped to like 6 months on half pay.
Uh-huh.
And after that, they sacked you or had you assassinated.
Well, here you go. See, they have homes all over the place, Europe, North and South America, and Australia. You'll be attending some amazing events, Dennis, including Formula One Grand Prix in Monaco, Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and skiing at Val d'Isere. Yeah,
but why would you want to go to those places when you can stay in England with its nice grey skies?
That's true, yeah.
Grey skies are wonderful.
We have many shades of grey in this country.
50 shades of grey.
Do you have 50?
Yeah, oh, yes, we definitely got 50 shades.
Yeah, because if you have 50, then I might be interested. Yeah.
Huh. So 80,000 pounds a year, plus have all travel, food, and accommodations paid. So looking for somebody with 5 years experience shooting lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Well, would they say if it sounds too good to be true?
I don't know.
Then it's probably true.
I signed up. I'm going to sign up.
You're going to go for it, yeah.
I would sign up immediately. Yeah, don't
where do I sign up?
Scared. Don't be a scared man.
I'm going to sign up.
You have to include the check, which is non-refundable.
It says go down to Walmart, buy a refillable debit card and then go to Western Union and send it, and then then you can
What
afford.
you have to do is send them a portfolio of Simi's landscapes.
Look at all my images, my travel photography.
Yeah, these are all my images. Never mind that Simi.
So yeah, this is my personal travel photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are people that that do that. If you got the money, that's
And I'm sure there's people who send off for that as well.
150. It's basically probably costing that family $150,000 a year for that.
Yeah.
It's
It's probably one of those where they say your bank account has been compromised. Could you please change your password and send it to us?
You're going to be photographing the prince, a Nigerian prince.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
In Nigeria. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Tasmania and I got mugged. Could you lend me 10,000? I'll pay you when I come home.
Yeah. That's kind of interesting though. But no, I bet it's more legit than not. I'm sure. Yeah. But it's going to be somebody. They're going to hire somebody with a ton of experience, a single person with a ton of experience who just wants to travel.
If you was that good a photographer, Mark, you wouldn't bother with them kind of things, would you?
I don't know.
You're tying yourself down. What about your other clients?
Yeah, no. If you're a good photographer with no clients, though, then you can.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose so.
But there probably are. I mean, there's people that work as like personal chefs, and they work for one family, and then they go. It's kind of probably the same type of thing. Somebody might be a nanny, and they go from one family to the next, or a personal chef, or personal photographer. I guess I don't know.
I done a job for a guy once, and he was so pleased with it. He says to me, "Would you like to come and work for me?" He said, I'll pay you 30 grand a year. So I goes, now let me think about this. I'm on 100 grand now. So the answer's no.
Well, I'm sure his magnetic personality and joviality is worth 70,000 to you.
Yeah, there you
Of
go.
course, yeah. The rest of my customers can go sing. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it's so yeah. I'm sure somebody will get that. Maybe. Well, I'll have to wait for the follow up, I guess. See what.
It's one thing for sure. I don't think I would have earned as much money as a professional photographer.
Yeah. Well, what's that guy that sells? Everybody accuses his images of being fake, and he sells them. You know what I'm talking about. He's Australian or something, and he does these extravagant landscape images. I can't think of the name, but
Yeah, I don't know.
you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he makes millions of dollars a year.
He puts the big moon in the.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to figure out if it was physically, that was actual possible to do that, or if he photoshopped it.
Yeah.
Well, it's Simi. So that's
They just look fake. They just look fake.
Yeah. He learned how to do it from Simi.
He probably did those photographs with the Hasselblad they left behind on the moon.
That's right. Yeah. No, he used that little camera, that little Yi camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, speaking of images, let's take we don't have a lot, but I want to show these because this guy named Simi's posting a few here, as usual.
I just put one in there.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Yeah, I actually have.
I'm just assuming, Dennis, you didn't do any photography this week.
No, it's one of those weeks again, Mark. Yeah.
Okay. Me neither. So we're counting on Joe.
I did see a bit of blue sky. Couple of days.
Whoa.
There we go. So there we go. Black and white.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah, he's doing very good. No color, only cold.
It's a pity Simi's not on because I can ask him if that tree in the foreground was actually there.
Yeah.
You know what Simi's like.
Was. Yeah. No, that's yeah. When you get that was probably a totally gray day. I mean, yeah, black and white's just the way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that could be outside my front door.
Yeah. For the next 3 months. Yeah,
no doubt, huh?
That's fantastic. You get another one. Okay, so this is that far shore, just recomposed a little bit. Autumn's spell is no more. An army of wooden zombies cover the countryside, motionless, ever watchful, biding their time for the reanimation.
I'd just like to know how he gets the water to be that still.
Yeah, he's posted a few images here in the last couple of weeks that are just like perfectly still water. So first thing in the morning, probably.
Yeah.
Before the sun and wind kick up. But yeah, I mean, this is
still using the same camera, the 750.
Yep, using the D750 with that 24 to 120. I mean, that's
quite a big camera.
Yeah. No, that seems to suit him just fine.
God, they're not waterproof.
No. He has a much tighter leash on him now. Okay, so he did this one in color, but it's almost black and white.
Yeah. Well, that's what the landscape's like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is cool. There's just that little bit of rust color on the trees there, a little bit there, and a little bit over here.
Yeah, I mean that would be a waste of a sheet of Ektar.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's cool. I like the way he did that one, man.
Oh yeah, nice symmetry, threes there, and yep, that is very well done. I wonder if he was standing in the water for this or not.
Sometimes he does, no?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he does anymore after dropping that camera in.
Yeah. Well, you know, he when he tosses the camera up now, he just makes sure it's not towards the water.
Yeah,
he really has got some super scenery, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, he does. Well, this is a nice little detailed shot on just that island.
I have to admit, I don't like it as much that he.
Yeah, I was going to say I like the other one too, just because of the. Yeah.
You're a little too focused in on the island now, and it's not as.
No, this is, and I think what makes this one here is he's focused on this, so these are a little blurry to begin, and then the fog or the mist behind it.
Yeah.
That's very cool. But yeah, once again, perfectly still water. It's not fair. Here's Jose. Avalon, Catalina Island, infrared. Okay, with his A6000. So infrared, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, well, if you wreck your camera making it infrared only, you got to use it.
Yeah. I think he had this one completely. I think he had this one converted over.
He did, yeah. So, but once you've done it, it's no good for anything else.
You can't do anything. Not with the same sensor, at least. Now the color on the these trees is great. The palm trees, I think on that gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is cool. I like it.
I've never been to Have you been to Catalina Island, Joe?
Man, when I was a kid, years and years and years ago.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have any real memories of it other than photos I see. Like I don't
Was it like a ferry ride? You take a ferry over or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
You take a, but I don't know how it would be these days. I mean, things are so much different now. I mean, I just
a lot busier.
It's I just watched this morning a video that Santa Fe Railroad had shot of Southern California. Welcome to Southern California, and they did this whole 20-minute video on welcoming you to different sites in Southern California in 1953. That video's on YouTube. Wow. So interesting to see 1953 Southern California.
What it was like,
and how different it is now. It's just
60 years later, a lot different. Yeah,
a little bit,
just a bit. Okay, so we got a couple here from OS. This is an iPhone.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's like it's just the best phone is the one you have with you, man. It's just
it is. If you
And then you end up figuring out, you know what, this camera that we have in our pocket is so restrictive that it ends up bringing a lot of creativity out of you, because you have to think, and because we're photographers, we know what we want to get out of that image.
Yeah.
And so it almost makes you, this iPhone almost makes you, or your whatever phone you have, almost makes you a little more creative in some ways, you know.
Okay, so yeah, the iPhone 7 Plus does have the dual camera, so it's got that way to.
Right.
Huh. No, it's nice. The colors are nice. I mean, you look at the detail on the leaves here. Yeah, it's kind of cool. But yeah, fall hit them in December. Leaves fall off the tree first week of December down there. There's another one of fall color. Oh, okay, I know where this building is. This is one of the buildings we went by when we did his walk on here. Oh, iPhone. University Park, Gainesville, Florida. Yeah, kind of cool. The blue sky in the background and backlit leaves. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to the group and see what Joe's added. Oh, cool. Downtown LA. So this is when you were there last week?
Well, it's been a couple weeks, but yeah.
Couple weeks, yeah. I guess it will be 2 weeks tomorrow, yeah. So you're gonna watch the rain. They play tonight, don't they?
Yeah, they play another hour. So
yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a nice sunset.
Yeah, it was, and of course I, doctored it up in the phone and stuff, but that's completely, all on the phone.
Yeah, all done on the phone.
Yeah. So that was
cool.
Shot and edited.
A little HDR type action on it.
Yeah, a little HDR-ing, a little enhancing and a little taking away here, here and there, a little. But still just a nice example of what you can get. That was from my hotel room.
Did you get there on Sunday night and then stay Monday and then come back Tuesday?
I got there Sunday morning.
Oh, okay.
And then stayed left Tuesday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool to to be in downtown LA again. I hadn't been there since.
So this is from your hotel then?
Yeah, I was on the 21st floor.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, downtown LA
what is this building here? This is,
I don't know what those buildings are that I was looking at.
It's like a Pueblo. I mean, it's kind of a real southwestern kind of feel to it, doesn't it? Yeah, almost like a mission style of architecture.
Yeah, it's old enough where it had to be something. You know what? That might have been City Hall, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
or
I could see that, yeah.
Something like that.
All these additions and all this stuff, yeah.
But that's the new downtown LA is pretty cool, man. I have to admit, I walked around quite a bit, and it's definitely changed. There's a lot of shopping there now.
Yeah,
a lot of
they've spent a lot of time redeveloping it the last 15 20 years, haven't they? Yeah,
very expensive. Yeah,
yeah. Last time I was in downtown LA was like 1988.
Right. Yeah, LA itself,
a lot's changed in 30 years.
LA itself has London type prices, and then if you were to stay in downtown, it's absolutely ridiculous. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it was cool to see the game, and oh my god!
Oh yeah, and it was a great game too.
Oh, it was an amazing game. Yeah.
Oh, come on, cat! Oh, someone's knocking at the door here. Hang on a second. Who is that? It's AJ. Yeah. AJ the cat. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah, some nice image there. And you saw a great game. That was like one of the best games ever Monday night.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my God. It was one of the best. Oh, love that game.
Yeah, it was good. So, no photography purchases for you, Joe. Nothing for you, Dennis. Nothing for me. And I've still got 2 weeks for Christmas. I think Joe might get that little camera here. I'm thinking
That little camera is pretty intriguing. You know, that or that that DJI Osmo, but I'm kind of leaning away from that and into, you know, something that I could almost just put my phone into if I were to, you know, if I were to go that way. It would be, you know, something, you know, because what I like about those 3-axis gimbals is, you know, not only can you shoot video with it, but then when you're by yourself, you can you know, take nice images as well. It helps you stabilize and all that sort of thing so you can take really good images.
Oh yeah, no, you connect your phone to that, and you got a good stable, relatively stable platform for doing stuff. Yeah, now that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you get a high quality, relatively high quality camera in a real compact package, so it's going to be better than what you're going to get with your phone, and you can use your phone as the viewfinder, basically. Yeah. That's very good. Yeah, amazing times we live in. All that stuff. So, okay, so Dennis, have you gotten the front entryway done yet?
Have I got what?
Weren't you working on the front entryway, doing the tile or whatever?
Yeah, no, I was downstairs cloakroom. That's just near enough finished now, and yeah, the front entrance is going to be the next big problem.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I like how you call it the big problem. That's good.
Yeah, well, people are going to have to use the back door for a while because they won't be walking on the new tiles.
It's going to be all torn up. Yeah. Well, you know, if you need a break, there's that travel photography position you can apply.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Yeah. My friends who were around earlier, they're off to New Zealand for 5 months. So
wow. Okay.
They said, you know, after Christmas, when I come out there, they got some nice scenery in New Zealand. Yeah,
it would be summer there. That'd be right in the middle of summer for them.
Yeah,
down there. Do they maintain do they have a second home down there, or a family, or?
Yeah, his son lives there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just gonna hang out with his son for 5 months.
Yeah. Well, I say he can miss the winter here. He'll come back next Easter. So.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Joe's getting invaded by all those people from the Midwest right now.
Yeah, we've got all those people coming in. Oh, yeah.
All those people from Chicago and Milwaukee and everybody in the Midwest goes to Phoenix. It seems like.
In Canada. Yeah.
You got a lot of Canadians.
Yeah, a lot of Canadians. A lot of Canadians have houses here. Yeah.
Yeah, don't blame them because it goes to minus 20 degrees up where they are.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because we're still
driving around. You notice the traffic pumps up quite a bit, doesn't it? Then
it's the traffic's. You mean here or over there?
Yeah, no, in Phoenix over the winter.
Oh yeah, no, it's the traffic is just terrible, man. It
doesn't matter.
It's funny too because we in the last month we've got some guys that transferred here from LA. And so they've been driving, LA traffic for years as truck drivers, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not LA here, but God almighty, the traffic's still bad. Like they're like, you know what I'm saying? So you're getting guys that are literally fresh from LA. They've only been here a couple of weeks. And they're like, I can't believe, like, because the one guy, his name is Joe as well. And he's like, you know what? I have to say, he goes, you don't expect traffic like that here. And so when you get here, your first couple of days are okay, it's new and shiny, but then you're like, God, this traffic sucks. Like it's taking me, something that's only like 5-6 miles. It's taking me a half hour to get there. Like what is, so I'm like, that's Phoenix, man.
Getting bad. It's getting bad a lot of places. Yeah, it's not as bad in Atlanta as it is in Phoenix, but I've noticed. I mean, the 12 years we've lived here, the traffic has gotten a lot worse. Yeah, it's getting close to what Chicago was when we left Chicago, and now Chicago's even worse than it was when we left. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and LA's. Oh my God, man! Oh my God, the way my Uber drivers were driving, I was like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't rent a car. Yeah. I mean,
it's the same in this country, Joe. Average car speed in London is about 7 miles an hour.
I believe
Yeah.
it. I've
They
seen
said-
videos of that traffic. Forget about
Yeah, they
it.
said years ago there was a law that if you had a motorized vehicle, you had to have someone walk in front with a red flag.
Okay.
Yeah, but now of course, they say that it was faster then than it is now. Trying to buy a car from London. Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely believe it, man. It is.
And of course, you drive a car into London, and you have to pay every day, £12 a day
Just
to enter
for
London with a car.
inside the city. Yeah.
just to get inside the city.
That's it. Yeah, and it costs you about £50 a day to park it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was in LA. Like it you know, if you were staying at the hotel that I was at, now I took Uber, but if I'd have rented a car and parked it there, I think it was like $64 or $65 a night.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
Because
same.
you had to take valet. There was no other choice. You had to do
Yeah.
valet.
Yeah, Joe, there's a guy cribbing. He was moaning about a hotel in Kensington in London. £350 a night to stay there. And he said he didn't mind that so much, but they charged him £35 a night to put his car in the hotel garage.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's the same thing I'm describing. Like
Yeah.
you know, you're like, just wait a minute. I'm staying here at your hotel. It's already costing me buku, and now I've got to pay, you know,
Yeah.
just as, you know, I got to pay the equivalent of what I paid for my airfare down here to just park the car, you know?
Yeah, he was really impressed because when he turned up, his room wasn't ready. So they said, "Oh, we'll give you a coffee while you wait, sir." And then,
Oh yeah, a coffee, that's worth
Yeah.
it. Jeez,
$300
yeah.
coffee.
and then when he checked out, they charged him for it.
Oh.
Oh my God, no.
And they probably charge them £10 for it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, there's nothing for free. There's nothing that's ever really free.
Yeah, and they say if you want Wi-Fi, they charge you for that as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, speaking of Wi-Fi, I gotta get down and get the wife some dinner.
Yeah, okay, all right. That was a stretch, but it works.
It was a really bad stretch too.
It works, you know.
So I'll probably watch a little bit of the Rams game tonight, I think.
Oh, you gotta watch the Rams. The Rams, I gotta tell people, the most important thing on the planet.
Dennis, there you go. You got to stay up late. I'm sure they'll be on somewhere. You can probably get it. Sleep is overrated. You got to stay up and watch the Los Angeles
What is
Rams play
sleep? You'll sleep when you die. You
Yeah.
know. Screw that. You sleep when you die.
football. Yeah, for sure.
You know?
All right, guys. Hey, appreciate it. Have a good week, and take some photos if you get lucky enough.
Yep.
All right, Dennis. We'll see you, Joe.
See
All right,
ya.
man.
Later.
See you. Peace out.